Yo, yo, yo. Welcome back to the channel. This is going to be an AMC update after Friday, October 1st price action. I also made a Bitcoin update because Bitcoin just broke out of its falling wedge. Isn't that something, though, that the day after AMC breaks out of its falling wedge, Bitcoin breaks out of its falling wedge, and they both do it very explosively. So go check out that video and see some of my thoughts. I also want to make a video where I'm kind of talking about both of them. And obviously, I've talked about the idea that their prices are related to each other over the course of the year. So if you want to see that, make sure you subscribe and turn on post notifications so you don't miss any of my updates, my technical analysis updates. So let's get into AMC's price action. Today was Friday, and on my update yesterday, I did say that I was expecting AMC to be pretty sideways, and as you can see here, that is exactly what we got. So if we go to the day chart and we make it look as explosive as possible, you can see that for the most part, there was a little bit of volatility in the morning, like we normally see with Fridays, and then it just kind of was completely sideways the rest of the day. This is likely a I know for sure it was done for basically max pain, where market makers can make the most amount of money based on where the options contracts lie. And I think $38 was that level, so of course we closed around $38.46. From a pattern standpoint, if you want to try and draw patterns on this, I know a lot of people that I see on Twitter and stuff are doing something like this that could be going on. I would say that overall, I don't think we're in a place to like be drawing a pattern yet, because we come off of this really explosive move. So I think that the price really needs to figure itself out on a day where market makers aren't just sitting there trying to make the most money on their options contracts. But I will say, well, I guess if it does look like anything, it looks kind of like a descending triangle, which some people would say might be a bull pennant or something like that. But I will say this relatively does kind of strike me as something that you could see some downside on. So going into Monday, I would say, and I think downside is probably a healthy thing from a technical standpoint for AMC. After this move here, and I talked about this in my video yesterday, this big explosive move up, this breakout of this falling wedge, what I really wanted to see, and I kind of knew we wouldn't see because it was Friday, so we were going to be sideways, but I was hoping that, sorry, let me get rid of this one and do it like this. From here, where we closed yesterday, I was hoping that maybe we would come down here, test this $35, $36 region, which is the top of the falling wedge, and then find some support there and then move up. Because with a falling wedge, to really confirm that it's a falling wedge and a breakout and the trend is reversing, you do want to go in and confirm that that top line of the falling wedge. So I'll give you an example of when this has happened for AMC historically and when it worked out for us. Back here in June to mid-August, AMC went through a falling wedge like this, or you could draw it like this if you wanted to. Mind you, this is the hourly chart, so obviously the candles like on the daily are going to be a little bit more meaningful. Let's just go ahead and do that. And you can see here, I mean, we had a beautiful bounce right off of the bottom of this falling wedge, and it sent us up, which is great. Just like I called in my videos like the past 2 weeks, basically. So make sure you subscribe so you can get more calls like that. But and look, the intention of my videos is not financial advice. I'm not trying to like tell people what to do. I'm not trying to tell people to trade or buy or sell or hold or anything like that. I'm just analyzing the price action, setting my expectations for like what I'm looking for, and what that narrative could play out as. Also, I just think that it helps people who are invested in whatever stock or asset to have a level head and really have expectations of everything that could happen. But yeah, so, you know, you see here we had this falling wedge where price broke out here in August 18th. It had a peak here around $38.29. We came back down and tested the 31.50-ish, $32 level, which was like the top of the falling wedge, and then boom, you see us blast off there, right? So AMC still has the opportunity to do that. You know, but I would have liked to see it pretty soon just because like this is a shorter term falling wedge. But in the next couple days, if we come back down and retest this, I think it would be good for the price. And set a foundation. I do want to like dig into some cycle theory and stuff like that soon and compare where we are in the cycles, and where what that could be telling us. If you're not familiar with cycle theory, basically there are a lot of YouTubers like Astro, so that Astro guy, or just search Astro AMC. If you haven't heard of him, he's like crazy. He's crazy good at this, and like he spends all of his time. And I mean, I just respect the guy so much. But analyzing the cycles that AMC has gone through, and how it relates to its current price action, and how we may be able to predict based on, I guess, algorithms and what the algorithms are doing. We can predict what AMC's price action is going to be going forward. I mean, look, I don't base any trading thesis off of one thing. And just to display, like, you know, I'm looking for multiple things to line up before I can make a call. And that's why I called this breakout and called, you know, at some point we're going to have somewhat of a bear trap happen here. Because what I was seeing was not only this falling wedge developing, but also we were coming down, and if you've been following the channel, you've been watching me do this, coming down into this Fibonacci range. And I was saying, look, you know, this is the golden pocket. We saw a bounce at the golden pocket, came back down, broke below it. Going into this day, I was saying, look, historically, AMC has come down and tested a 786 and then had a breakout based on that. So everybody was, there was a lot of despair in the AMC community. I'm not going to lie, whenever we were down below this golden pocket. And because it's that 62% to 65% retracement, any time is a pretty significant retracement, and you feel it emotionally. But you got to be able to remain calm, cool, and collected, and compare it to itself and history. So I do that a lot in those videos, so make sure you go check that out. But basically, we came back down here. We did our 786 retracement to $34.01. Actually, it got as low on this wick as $33.63. And I mean, if you draw it, I don't know, if you draw like here, the bottom of this big engulfing bearish candle to the top, or there's some way that you can draw this Fibonacci, I bet you get it even closer, and it's a real, you know, legit Fibonacci. So anyway, look, we came back down, we tested the golden pocket, we bounced up off of it, held above it today, so that's relatively bullish. So I mean, things look good for AMC, I'm not gonna lie. I would like to see that little emotional push back down, but maybe we don't see it. Maybe we trade a little sideways in here before we see another breakup, or, you know, maybe we have like a little tiny bull trap happen, and then we set a new higher high, that sort of thing. I would have to do an Elliott wave count on it to kind of see, you know, assuming this is a wave 1 for Elliott wave, you could say that, right? Well, this would be the beginning of wave 3 in that scenario. So let's go see what that looks like. I'm kind of full, so like I feel like I don't know, I'm like swallowing a lot kind of thing. I don't know. I'm on this like intense diet trying to like put on muscle and stuff like that, and working out every day and stuff, so don't mind me if you hear me like breathing deeply or swallowing, or I don't know, it's weird. So basically what I'm seeing is, from an Elliott perspective, I like to confirm like a bunch of different perspectives. I don't know if you guys noticed that yet, but I like to confirm my thesis a bunch of different ways before I really stick to it. So what could potentially be playing out is we could be going into an aggressive wave 3, like a macro wave 3. Just to show you, I'm counting this. I see this as an A, B, C, E, E was our breakout. And then that brought us into a wave 1. Right? Now we came down, we tested the 786, which is wave 2. way that we would measure where this wave 3 could land, if it is in fact a wave 3 and we continue higher. Yeah, from Elliott wave perspective, I will say from Elliott wave perspective, AMC does look pretty good. This is pretty convincing. Yeah, and look, I drew that 3 pretty good. You could see a move up here, and it would be like a 5-wave move up. That's how Elliott wave works. You have like waves within waves. It could be a 5-wave move up. So 1, maybe we retrace further down, 2, 3, 4, 5. It could be something like that. That would be like a bullish kind of thesis for Elliott wave on AMC. And that would make up the wave 3. Now, historically, whenever we've done a move like this, a pretty similar move. Oh man, this chart looks crazy now, but hopefully you guys were keeping up with it. I really don't want to confuse people, you know, when I'm doing these videos. I try and make it like really easy to follow. But basically, we saw this 1, 2. We had a big 3, 4, and then a big like aggressive vertical 5 here in our move up in June. Everybody remembers this. If you were in the stock, how could you forget, right? But also, another thing that AMC is going to be looking to do here is establish this this potential bull trend that everybody gets mad at me about. You can't just make up trend lines. That's what they say. You can't just make up trend lines, Dave. You can't just do it. Part of what I do, you know, part of technical analysis is you gotta be able to kind of project, use other tools to project what you think is going to happen, right? You can't we can't predict the future, right? But another thing that I was calling for before this recent move up was if we can get that retracement, right? We can settle here, that fib retracement at the 786, $33.73. Oh, look, there it was. Well, that's damn near perfect. How did I draw it that well? How did I not draw it that well before? What happened? And now I can't. I don't know. Whatever. You guys get the point. And then the falling wedge. I knew the falling wedge was coming to an end soon, right? Remember this guy? I don't know. Somewhere around here. It's not that important, okay? It doesn't have to be perfect. Just, you get the idea. I knew it was coming to an end soon. It was coming to an end close to that Fibonacci level. Fettuccine level. Chicken fettuccine Alfredo. Sounds delicious. Combined with the Elliott wave count, combined with the Fibonacci retracement, combined with these 2 touch points back here on this trend line back here in January, right? Early January, before any of this meme stuff was going on, at least in the general public, you had these 2 brief touches. And I mean, you can draw this trend line a little bit up like this. Oh, look, now it's a bunch of touches, right? Clearly, this is a little bit of a jump off point. I'm not going to sit here and redraw the damn. Look, short term, you could draw this thing like here or whatever. Okay? But multiple touches are multiple touches. And that means that you have a potential trend developing, right? So now, if we draw it like this, boom, this could be a new bull trend established. That's what I was trying to tell you guys, okay? I wasn't trying to tell you that it is a trend. I'm just saying that, like, I hope you guys are enjoying this. I'm doing this for entertainment purposes, by the way. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm trying to make this fun, okay? I'm trying to make, like, trading and charts and, like, looking at stuff, technical analysis. I'm trying to make it fun. But anyway, when people were using the trend line like this before, literally, I remember people doing it here, right? Before we ever came down and touched it again, it was literally these 2 touch points. That's how it works. You have to project, right? You have to project a little bit. Now, we broke below it. This was a highly emotional day. I remember this is actually when I started making YouTube videos. But now what you could be having here is, oh, okay, now we got a new bull trend. And maybe AMC, what it does is maybe we don't go crazy tomorrow, right? Maybe we do something like this, a little bit of sideways, boom, and in late November we have our big blow up. I think, in my opinion, not financial advice, not something that you should trade based off of. Do not trade anything based off of what I say. Do your own research. If you want to buy and hold, buy and hold. If you want to sell, sell. If you want to trade, trade. That's up to you, not me. I'm just doing charts, okay? I got crayons and shit. I hate when people do the crayon thing. Okay. Sorry. Okay, we're good on time. Now we're getting into the more rational viewership, I'd say, at least when it comes to my stuff. Anybody who watches my videos for like 5 minutes probably would like yell at me about something. People who watch for 10 minutes, less likely. 15 minutes, less likely. 20 minutes, less likely. I appreciate you guys for sticking around. Anyway, yeah, so maybe you don't have that super explosive move, and we kind of have this, like, you know, slowly just developing higher highs, right? You have a little retracement, maybe an ABC going on there. You come back down, oh, so much emotion, and then you have your blow up, or, you know, anything like this can happen. As long as you're establishing on a macro level, like on a larger scale, right? You remove all the noise. As long as we keep on making higher highs and higher lows and higher highs and higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, stock is in a bullish territory. That's the reality. You can be as bearish as you want, whatever. But the reality is that as long as you are establishing higher highs and higher lows, you are in a bullish run, right? And I know a lot of people have said this before too, and I'll just bring it up. Perhaps what's going on with AMC is you got a 1, a 2, a 3, 4, 5, right? Maybe you would draw your 4 all the way down here. I'm now whispering. Can you hear me clearly? It looks like you can. Is this smoother? Do you like this better? Or do you prefer my regular voice? Either way, I think I sound like Squidward. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. With AMC, look, as of right now, what we got to do, if you want to be a bull, if you want to have that bull run happen, big bull run, what you're looking for is, like we said before, that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And even if it's a little bit more reserved and it's like this, it's okay, right? The key thing that we need to do is try and, let me make it a horizontal ray. Try and break, you know, in the next few weeks, break above this $52, $53 level. That's what I'd say. And I think we can do it. That's just my opinion, though. Not financial advice. You gotta do what you gotta do, right? Do what's right for your family. So, anyway, I'm gonna do a video as well that's kind of tying Bitcoin and AMC, and we look at those together and correlate each other. Again, I did make that Bitcoin video earlier today, so go check that out. But I do want to make one where I literally sit there and look at both of the charts side by side. We make a comparison. We figure out what's going on, and maybe that stuff. But yeah. Anyway, on Fridays, dude, do not like I don't know, man. If we do a crazy pump on a Friday, whew, I don't know. Maybe it's on, because every Friday, dude, every Friday, they crush the implied volatility on the stock in order to get the option price that they're looking for, et cetera, et cetera. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. This is a pretty short video. I mean, literally my video yesterday. If you watched my video yesterday, you probably get the similar content that you got from this video today. But I just wanted to give my update because a lot of people ask me for it and they want to see what I'm talking about, what I'm thinking about with the stock. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, thank you for watching till the end. Go check out my other video. That helps me with watch time as well, obviously, to help me in the YouTube algorithm. You can like, comment your thoughts on the video down below. Follow me on Twitter at David Marino Jr. And yeah, that'll be it. So you guys have a great weekend with your family. Do not think about stocks and all this crazy stuff. I mean, I probably will, but you don't have to. That's why you watch my channel, so you can have someone else give you their perspective, and you watch a bunch of different channels and a bunch of different perspectives, and then you form your own, you know? So have a good weekend with your family, and until next time, turn on subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you don't miss any other videos if you want to watch them. All right, peace out, Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts. What a week, right? Whew, what a couple weeks we've had in AMC stock. Holy cannoli, ravioli, roly poly, oly. All right, take it easy.